Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. And today I'm going to discuss about some Power Query tips and tricks, and where you can do some easily data cleaning as well as creating conditional column and creating custom columns and converting USD to INR, INR to USD as well as billions to millions, millions to billions. Okay, let's get into the video. So first I'm going to import the data. So let me import data from the Excel file. Okay, let me take it from my files. This is my downloads. I'm going to take it. Uh, Let me take it. Where is my downloading file? So this is a downloading file. Okay, I'm taking all the files. I just want to take finance, movies, actress, languages, movie actors. Okay, these are the tables. I just want to pull this. Okay, load to. Let me import into our Excel. Okay, so it's going to import all the files, all the tables into Excel. So let me delete this column which is not required, and now we have movies table, a finance table, actress, language, and movie actor, right? So now what I'm going to do, for example, I would like to launch Power Query. How you are going to launch Power Query in Excel? So for which, first I'm going to click on data option, and here just click on any column in the table. Okay, so this is overall we are having 5 tables. So let me click on any column or any row. Okay, so if you click on any specific cell, you will be able to see this from table or range. Let me click on it. It's going to launch your Power Query itself. Okay, now I just launched our Power Query. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do something which is for example, let me delete this which is not required. And now here what I'm going to do, so here I'm going to do some data cleaning. Okay, so firstly, here we are having movie ID and title, right? I just want to split by movie ID as well as title separately. I just want to get separate columns, for which what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this column and transform and the split by delimiter. Okay, so if I click, I just want to leftmost delimiter. Okay, now you will be able to understand. Just see. Now I just split it by two columns. One is the movie ID and other one is the title. Okay, I just want to keep it this title name as a appropriate. What should I need to do? I just want to rename the column name, right? So this is the movie ID and this is the title, right? I just want to make it as a title. Okay, let me keep it as a title and let me remove movie ID, right? So this is the title. Now we got movie ID as well as title. So now this is one transformation I have done, and then in the studio column we are having some null values, right? I'm going to replace these null values by using the Power Query. Let's see how you are going to replace values. Just click on the that particular cell and you will be able to see these options. Okay, and replace with null values. I'm going to replace with not available. Okay, okay, let me write down not available, not available. Sorry, why, what is happening? Okay, not available. Okay, let me, now we have replaced with the not available. And let me go back here, which is not required column. I'm going to delete this. Okay, I have I just deleted that particular column, existing column. So for now what I'm going to do, And when it comes to our movie ID, which is in the data type of numeric data type, right? I just want to convert this numeric data type into text. Okay, why I'm going to convert this numeric data type into text? Because in the future I'm going to show you what are the pivot tables. I'm going to do some uh, calculations on pivot tables. Okay, so in which uh, I don't want to count this as a, so let me remove once again. I don't want to count this as a numbers while doing the pivot tables. That's why I'm converting this data type into text. Okay, where is the text? This is the text. Now I just converted uh, move id column data type into text. Okay, if you want to write down whatever the transformation you have done, just double click on this particular name and you can write it. For example, here you can write, I just converted from numeric to text. You can write down. People who are going to work in the next in couple of days, might be they will be able to understand what you have done earlier. Okay, so this is an easy way to understand anything. For example, if you want to keep it something, whatever you have done, just do it by clicking here. For example, here I'm going to rename, like for example, data cleaning part. Okay, data cleaning, mm, data cleaning. You can keep it like this by using the appropriate names. The people who are going to work after a couple of days, they will be able to understand whatever you have did in earlier. Okay, so this is the best technique you can use. And as well as, okay, now, and what I'm going to do, actually I need to delete this column. Okay, remove. And we have, and here in the studio column we are having some, I just want to adjust. Here we are having some spaces in between, right? So I'm going to remove those spaces as well. So for which, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this column. i'm going to I'm going to the transformation option, and where I will be able to figure it out a format. I'm going to trim it. Okay, I just trimmed the text as well. Okay, now we did the data cleaning part in Power Query by using Excel. Okay, right. First, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to the home. I'm going to close and load. Okay, so everything is going to be saved into my Power Query. Okay, but here you can see, in outside of our Power Query, we are not able to see anything here, right? Whatever the transformations we did. But if you want to see that, what you have to do, just click on here and go to loading to, and just create table. Okay, if you I just want whatever the transformations I have did in the Power Query, I just want to see those transformations in our Excel. Okay, outside of Power Query. So if you want to see, just click on edit option. This is going to take you into the Power Query, but I just want to see the tables, right? For which I'm going to click on load to. So here we are able to figure it out tables. If you click on this icon, let me, for example, I just want to see into new sheet. Okay, let me see. Okay, now what is going to happen? That whatever the transformations we did here, you will be able to see. But as of now, I don't want this table. Okay, because in the future I'm going to show you how to create pivot tables or all the transformations, and as well as I'm going to mapping between movies table to finance. Okay, mapping means I'm going to join these two tables. So for which I don't require right now. After completing all the transformations and all the things in the Power Query, then I will be able to pull back to Excel from the Power Query. Okay, let me delete as of now this table. Let me delete, and now it's okay. And let me go back to my tables, Power Query, and this is my Power Query. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to mapping between movies and financial tables. Okay, so what is the common column between movies and financial tables? So the movie ID is the common column, right, in between movies and financial tables. So for which, first I just want to do one thing. First, I'm going to click on home button, and then here you will be able to see merge queries, right? So in merge queries, what does it mean by merge query and what does it mean by merge queries as new? So if you want to do it, here you can see merge this query with another query. Query means here is the table, okay? I just want to merge this query with another query in this workbook to create new query. I just want to create a merge query new, okay? Let me give it. Here is the query means here is the table. Okay, let me click on this merge query new, and you will be able to see our existing table movies, and as well as the another table is financials. Okay, and let me click on this movie ID, which is common column in between both the columns. Okay, and we are doing the left outer join. Left outer join means we are going to get all the columns from the existing table, which is movies table, and common columns from the financial tables. Okay, so and here it is showing some error, right? Select columns on the same type. For example, it is showing some error because we have to keep it uh, columns data type has to be same by doing the joining or mapping in between two tables. Okay, let me go back to the tables and financials, because I just want to convert this as well into the text format, because our existing movie ID column is the text format, right? So let me convert this as well text format. Now I just converted this as well in the text format. So now what I'm going to do, now I'm going to do the mapping in between these two tables and merge query and new, and let me select the financial tables, and this is a movie ID and the column ID, sorry, movie ID from the movies table, and uh, movie ID from the financial tables. Now it's the left join, you know that, right? So let me click on OK. So which is going to create the third table by using the existing two tables. Okay, now I'm going to call it as this table name. For example, what I'm going to call it, this existing table, new table name, I'm going to call it as a movies and financial tables. Okay, financial tables, so which is good. Okay, now we had merge, we done the mapping with between two tables. Now here you can see I just want to do one more thing. I don't want movie ID. Okay, I just want budget, revenue, unit, and currency, and use original column name as previous. I don't want original names. That's why I'm unchecking this column, this option. So let's see what is going to happen. So here you will be able to see budget, revenue, and unit and currency, everything, right, from the our existing table financial tables. Because we done the mapping between movies and financial table, we made one new table which is movies and financial tables. So by using merge option, you can do these kind of uh, joining with the two tables, okay, in Power Query itself. Okay, now let's see. I just want to do one more thing, and I just want to close and load. Let me close and load to. Okay, if you want to see a table, let me show you in the table format. You will be able to see so how things has been done. So here you can see movie ID, title, and everything, and as well as budget, revenue, and unit currency, right? So we did the some joining, guys. We have done some mapping between two tables. Now you will be able to see this overall the table itself in Excel. But as of now, I don't want this, and let me delete this one. And what I'm going to do, and here let me go back to the table. I mean Power Query. So this is our Power Query, okay? And here I'm going to do one more thing. For example, let me go to the view option. Okay, here we are having column distribution, and column distributions means it's going to show you how many 39 distinct values, 37 unique values. Distinct values means which are not same values. Okay, 37 unique values means how many times those values has been appeared. Okay, so if you want to understand what is the difference between distinct and unique, just Google it, or just go to the chat GPT. They will be able to help you, okay, by understanding these differences. I would say in simple form, the distinct means which are the unique values. I mean different values, okay, not the same. Unique values means how many times that value is going to appear into the cell. Okay, so that is the difference between distinct and unique. And this is a column distribution. Column profile means it's going to show you the all the columns statistics, how many counts is there, and distinct values is there, unique values is there. Okay, this is a value distribution means these are the columns distribution. And here column quality means it's going to show you how many valid errors and empty values is there in specific respective column itself. Okay, and now I'm going to uncheck this all those things which is not required. uh, to understand, I just explained everything, and now I just want to show you one more thing here. Let me do it one more thing. So here there is a conditional column, right? So firstly, I just want to clarify one thing. We are having movie ID, title and industry, as well as release year and the studio, language ID, etc. Right? So here, and the budget revenue unit currency, we just done the by doing the joining or mapping by uh, with the two tables, movies and financial table. We generated third table. Okay, that's fine, right? So the next one, what we are going to do? We are going to do, for example, here uh, budget, we are having revenue, right? So the units are in different format. For example, one is billions and another one is the millions, right? So I just want to convert these units into one unit. Okay, for example, either it will be into billions or millions. Okay, I just want to convert these units into millions first itself. Okay, 1 billion is equal to 1000 millions. So I'm going to convert these values into millions. And as well as, let's see how you are going to convert this millions, all the units. I just want you we are having two units, billions and millions, but I just want one. I just want to convert either billions or millions. Now I'm going to convert into millions itself. Okay, so for which I'm going to use conditional column. Okay, let me launch conditional column. Here I'm going to consider this as a factor. Okay, I just I would say, like, for example, unit factor. Okay, which is appropriate name. Okay, unit factor. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to select unit. Okay, the column name is, if column name is unit, what I'm going to do, and equal to uh, if it is billions, billions means uh, billions. Okay, and then multiplied with the thousand. Okay, for example, this is a thousand. Okay, because 1 billion is equal to 1000 millions. Okay, hope you understand, guys. And then otherwise, if it is millions, keep it as a one unit. Okay, as it is. Okay, let's see what is going to happen. This is a conditional column, guys, whatever we are doing right now. Okay, now we have created a beautiful unity factor. So which is for example, here you could see wherever the billions is there, we just got it a thousand. Wherever the millions is there, just we got it as a one factor. Okay, now we have converted uh, all in millions. Okay, now let's see one thing. And for example, here, I just want to tell you one more thing. We are having budget and revenue as well in itself. So the budget has to be converted into millions, and revenue has to be converted into millions. For which I'm going to use custom column. Okay, First I'm going to convert this budget column into millions, because which is in different billions and millions farm units, right? Firstly I'm going to convert this budget into uh, billions, millions. Okay, so let me convert this budget into millions by using the custom column. So this is our custom column here. uh, Let me convert millions. Okay, budget. So let me type it manually here. Budget, budget millions, million. And here, what I'm going to write down, I'm going to write down if how to convert this budget into millions. So I just want to multiply with unit factor. Okay, where is our budget column? This is a budget column, and multiplied with unit factor. Okay, let me do it multiplication. Then you will be able to convert this budget into millions. So let's see. Now you have created a beautiful column which is budget in millions. Okay, for example, if you would like to check whether I am done correct or wrong, you have to do one thing. For example, here billion means we are getting thousand, right? Yeah, here is the budget is one. We are getting a billion means is multiplied with unit factor, and we are getting thousand. And budget is which is having millions, 200, which is keeping as it is 200, right? So that's what we want. Now you will be able to understand how to convert budget into millions. Okay, now I'm going to do a revenue as well in millions. Okay, let me do it by creating another custom column. And here I'm going to type this manually, the name of the column. What is the name of the column? A revenue, right? Revenue. So revenue in millions. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write down where is my revenue column. This is my revenue column, and multiplied with what is multiplication unit factor. I'm going to multiply, and now you will be able to convert revenue as well into millions. We did revenue as well into millions. Okay, now okay, now we get into the budget and revenue into one unit factor, which is millions. Now, fine, everything we did correct. So for now, what I'm going to do, I just want to convert. Here you can see currencies. One is INR and USD, right? I just want to convert INR USD. Either I just want to convert into INR or USD, for which I'm going to convert this budget and revenue into first. Now we done everything in units into millions. We have converted one factor which is millions. Everything, right? Budget and revenue. We have converted everything one factor which is millions. Now I just want to convert currency as well. Okay, for which either I need to convert INR or USD. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to convert this budget revenue into INR itself. Okay. Hope you will be able to understand. Let me do it. And this is the custom column. Let me click on this custom column, and here, so let me do it. So what is my budget? And the budget, okay, budget INR. So I'm going to convert my budget into INR. So for which, what I'm going to do, if I'm going to use if conditional if condition formula itself. Okay, so if what I'm going to do, hmm, if what should I select? If my currency is equal, okay, let me type here, or else select from here itself. If my currency is equal, if my currency is equal, I'm going to use INR. Okay, I just want to convert everything into INR, right? If my currency is equal to USD, okay, if my currency is equal to USD, then then what you have to do? Then what you have to do? and then select your budget million, then select your budget million and multiply with for instances I'm going to take one US dollar is equal to EIT rupees. Okay, I'm going to multiply it with EIT. Okay, so let's say EIT, and if currency is equal to USD, then budget multiply with the EIT, or else keep it as it is budget millions. Okay, budget, let me select here itself instead of typing manually manually budget million itself. So now let me create our column. Yeah, we have created our beautiful column budget. Now we have converted everything into INR from the budget. Okay, now I'm going to do as it is revenue as well. Okay, let me do it revenue as well, so hope you will be able to understand. So the custom column, and here I'm going to type it as a revenue millions. Okay, revenue, let me do it revenue, and revenue to INR, sorry, revenue INR. I'm going to use if formula again, if condition, if if currency is equal, let me select the currency from the available columns. Where is the currency? This is the currency. If currency is equal, what should I need to do? If currency is equal USD, and let me type in caps, so that is going to be appropriate. So if currency is equal to USD, then what you have to do? Then you need to convert revenue millions. Okay, sorry, I just made a mistake. Let me do it once again. Uh, Insert this column and multiply it with 80, or else keep it as a revenue millions. Okay, revenue millions, let me type it manually. Okay, let me do it inserting the column name. Now if currency is called USD, then revenue millions multiplied by 80, or else keep it as a revenue. Now let me execute this column. Now you will be able to see revenue as well in INR, right? We have converted budget INR, uh, budget into Indian currency, revenue into Indian currency. For example, if you want to convert budget into USD and INR, revenue into USD also, you can do that as well. Okay, because here we are having two currency factors, INR and USD. Okay, now I just converted everything into INR. Okay, right? If you want to do, you can do. For example, here I just converted everything into INR. If you want to convert, don't want to convert it to INR, if you want to do it in USD as well, you can do it. But I'm showing, okay, only for INR, right? So we have converted budget INR, budget into Indian currency, as well revenue into Indian currency. So let me show you how to convert everything, budget into dollars, I mean USD currency, and revenue into USD currency as well. Okay, this is all about converting dollars to USD to INR, budget and revenue. Now I'm going to convert this budget and revenue columns into USD itself. Okay, only I don't want to convert INR. Now I'm going to do it into everything, this budget column and revenue column into USD itself. Okay, let me do it as well, that thing as well. Okay, so let me do it. I'm creating the custom column, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to, for example, here budget. Okay, budget into USD, I would say. Okay, USD, and here if if uh, if currency is equal, let me do it fast because it's going to like take a lot of time. So if currency is equal to INR, I would say INR, and what you have to do, INR, and then and let me do it one second, then Okay, sorry, I just made a spelling mistake. And then, and what you have to do then, budget million has to be, okay, has to be divided by 1000, I would say. Okay, we are dividing here. Okay, and or else, else you should be keep it as a, uh, you should be keep it as a budget. Okay, bud budget. Okay, budget. Okay, budget. Let me take it manually, so that instead of typing manually, let me click now. So let me execute this. Now everything has to be in the USD. Okay, now let me do it as well. uh, this column. Okay, what is that? Revenue column. I just want to convert into USD. Okay, let me do it in the USD as well. So the custom column, and let me do it once again. And here I'm going to use revenue. Okay, revenue USD. And here I'm going to use if, uh, and if currency is equal INR, and then you can multiply the currency with, you can multiply the revenue millions, oh sorry, divide by revenue millions with 1000, else you can keep it as a revenue millions. Okay, revenue millions. Okay, now we have converted, so everything into USD. So if you want to convert as per business requirement, if you want to convert, you can convert into INR, everything revenue budget into INR, or else you can convert into USD as well. Okay, so these are the USD and INR. Now we have created this beautiful columns, beautiful table, and we have done all the transformations by using the Power Query instead of doing the manually by writing the formulas in Excel. We look up by using X lookup, right? And as well as some conditions applying on Excel. So the Power Query is a very, you have a lot of options to do everything, every cleaning or trimming or any transformations you will be able to do in the this Power Query itself. Okay, now let me go to the Home tab and close and load. Okay, so now I'm going to close and load. So now I was able to see this beautiful table. Okay, now for example, for example, okay, now we have created this, right? And let me load to, okay, here. And we have done all the transformations in Power Query, right? We are having all the data in Excel itself, like by using these tables, right? And we went to the Power Query, we did all the transformations and everything, right? And now after doing all the transformations and everything in Power Query, now we are able to, whether we want table format or anything. So if you want, right, just click on the table format and new sheet, whether you want an existing sheet or new sheet. I just want to click on the new sheet, so you will be able to see whatever the transformations we did in the Power Query itself, right? So like this, hope you got it, guys. This is a budget in INR and revenue in INR, as well as budget in USD and everything. All the things we did it in Power Query and we got it right. So now, for example, and low to here, whenever you are working in real-time organization, there is a scenario, right? There is a situation you have to create some pivot tables as well. So I just want to give the flavor of pivot tables as well. So just look at it, look at this. And here, if you click on pivot table reports, it's going to show you the pivot tables as well. For example, a new sheet, and let me click on this. Okay, now you will be able to see this beautiful pivot tables flavor, right? So in this scenario, what does it mean by pivot tables? Let me show you. This is the one of the pivot table itself. Okay, so this is this kind of beautiful tables you are going to do in the real time by using the pivot tables. This is outside of Power Query. Okay, guys, so I just want to give the flavor of pivot tables. So this is the pivot tables. And In the next session we are going to discuss about pivot tables. And thank you for watching as of now. Thank you for watching. If you have watched till now, please make sure to give us a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe the channel, and we will meet in the next session with the pivot tables. Okay, thank you.